So I will be sharing the screen again now. Okay. I hope you can all hear me. Please indicate if you can hear me.
I can hear you.
Okay, okay. So, where were we? Give me a second. Okay, the average is. So we've chosen our location as our range, then followed by a set criteria. That means we said we want to calculate the average performance score for people that are from, let's say, let's use Kano as our criteria, then followed by he said average range. That means what column do you want to perform average for? That means the performance column. So you choose your control shift down, then it picks all the column. That means every value in the column. So after that, then your enter is as easy as that. So we have 3.496 as your average performance score for the employee or for people that comes from Kano. So that is the only criteria we are using for here. So for the average is equals to your plural average. That means your plural average, the plural one, then your tab key. So this one now you can see it is the average range that comes first. Unlike this one, the average range comes last. Are you seeing the difference? For the ifs, the plural, the average range comes first, while for the if, the singular, the average range comes last. After you must have picked your the score range and the criteria. But the average is the average range comes first. That means the range, the value of the range you want to work with, it comes first. So we are picking the performance score. Can use it, then control shift down. Comma. It's telling me the criteria range one. That means what's the first criteria we want to use? Let's go to, we only have, okay, we can use, I don't want us to use name. It is, I believe the names are, they are unique. So we'll be getting for singular person. So for some, we work with department again. So for, let's use finance, for example. That means, so department, that's the criteria range, control shift down. Then the criteria will be finance. Finance. So let me see where I can see finance. Okay. Okay, I have finance there, so I will pick that as my criteria one. So criteria range two. Let's use location, like I said. Let's work with location. Control shift down, comma, then criteria two. Let's use Lagos. Let's calculate average performance score for Lagos workers that are in finance department. Click your Lagos, enter. It's as simple as that. So we have 3.524. You can easily reduce the decimal number. So you can reduce the decimal number. So we have 3.5 for that. Is if you click on this, you can press your F2 button. It will edit it for you, or you double click on it. So if you come to this particular criteria, that means the second criteria. Let's say I don't want to use that criteria. Let's say I want to calculate for, the criteria is for the location. Let's say I want to calculate for Abuja. You can easily change it, press your enter. So you can see that we have 3.4. So I'm trying to use another criteria that will not give us the same value here. So 3.4. So that's so that you don't say it is giving us the same value. That means I must have typed the same thing. No, it's giving us 3.4 for the people from I- from Ibadan. Okay, so for the next one, count. So we want to know how many employees we have in this current organization. We want to know the how many employees. So for you to count, you can use any of your column, but since we have employee ID, you can easily use our employee ID. So for count, so let's use our employee ID, Control Shift down. So just press your enter. Sorry, equals to count, sorry, count. Okay, so sorry, okay, what am I getting here? Control Z. So, oh, sorry, my count is meant to count equals to, let's use this. Let's use this. So the count is meant to count how many alphabets, sorry, how many alphabets we have in this particular, let's see, for here. Because why is this thing? It's giving me the wrong value. Count. Oh, sorry. This count is meant to work with uh, numbers. It's meant to work with numbers. I believe. Let's edit it. Equals to, let's see. So somebody is drawing something on my screen. Ah, sorry, I'm getting this thing wrong. Excuse me, quickly give me a second. Give me a second. So, but you should be giving me, give me a second. I'm coming.
Sorry, Mr. Day,
Yes, yes, I'm here.
is the count not meant to count numbers? Is count A that can count numbers and alphabet?
Yes, I understand. Count A can count everything, but count is meant to count. Give me a second. Yes, it's meant to count numbers. Only colon with numbers. Are you getting me? The reason why it didn't count this place is because we have we have a point. That means a delimiter is working like a delimiter. So Excel is seeing this 2.38 as the point as a delimiter. That's why it's coming back as 0. So count is meant to count columns that has only numbers. Are you getting me? While count A will count everything. Both this one will count both numbers and letters. So are you getting me? That's the difference. This one, that means this is coming back as 3,000 because from this particular second row is where the employee's name starts. The employees starts. This first row is giving us our header. So from this second row all the way to the last row is giving us 3,000. That's why this one is coming back as 3,000. So that means we have 3,000 employees there. So if you have any cell in this particular column that has no figure number, it will, let's say I have this particular cell as empty. This particular cell as empty. It will be coming back as 2,999. So it will not count that particular cell. So only if it has any number in it. That's the difference between count and count A. So let's quickly do for count if. Our time is fast spent. So count if. That means whenever you are having if, you are already, you know that means it must come with a particular criteria, one criteria or the other. So your equals to count if. The first one, not the plural, the first count if, the singular one. So it's telling us our range. So what do we want to work with? Let's use let's use location as our range. Location. Oh, sorry. Yes, let's use location as our range. So location. Hmm, excuse me. So comma, then followed by your criteria. So I want to know how many times, let's say, Lagos appears. Lagos appears in this particular column. So in the whole 3,000 employees, we have 602 of them that comes from Lagos. That's what it's trying to tell you here. Out of the 3,000 rows, Lagos occurs 602 times. That's still the same thing. That's what it means. Or we have 602 employees from Lagos. That's what it means here. That's what they count if. That means singular criteria. Why discount ifs? We have plural
I'm back online
criteria.
already.
I'm coming, sorry. So we will be having plural criteria count ifs. That's the plural. So it's telling you, I said when it comes to ifs, it will give you the criteria range. So, but this one now is talking about when it's counting. It's talking about the criteria range one. So let's say we want to use, let's still goes to our sales department, our department rather. So I want to work with so what's the first criteria I want to use in the department? Let's work with human resources. Human resources. Then it's telling you criteria range two. That means your column, your range of values, or your range of entities, your range of data. So let's work with location. We are mostly going to work with department and location. This is a limited data set. So Control Shift down, comma. So I want you to, that's why I can easily type them out from anywhere, but I want you to see this edit so that you know what we are working with. So then the next one is criteria two. So let's use Kano. Let's use Kano as our second criteria. So what does it mean now? It means for all the employees in human resources department that are also from Kano, I want to know how many of them are there. How many employees that are from human resources department that also have from Kano. I want to know how many they are. That's what this particular function is going to bring for us. So we have,
Excuse me, sir.
okay,
Excuse me, Mr. Ade. I don't know who is writing this thing on your this thing because it's looking like child's play in this place. I don't get it. All this design that I'm seeing now, is only from my end.
it's also showing from your end. Okay.
From my end, like I'm seeing like see
I
somebody
can
showing.
see. Hello, I'm seeing it also.
It's not only from your end.
We're all seeing the write up on the screen.
Yeah, mechanic, please check your screen. There is a writing on it like scribble. Kindly hold on, guys. You'll be back online. Kindly hold on a bit, please.
So let me quickly explain this again. This particular count if is counting for, let me edit it again, is counting for, if you come to your table, this is the first range.
Let me hold on, please. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
There is a writing like a scribbling on your screen.
Yes, I can see it. I don't have
Okay.
time to be correcting that. We have limited time to go. So that's why I want to quickly go on with the
Okay.
explanation. We won't be able to
It
cover
has wiped
everything
off.
here if I'm attending to that.
It has
So
it has wiped off already. Just
Yes,
continue.
just leave it. I will work on it again before next class if I can see the control. Anyways, so for that particular function, this particular count ifs, I will explain the last time. The criteria range one is the department, while the criteria one is the human resources in the department, while the criteria range two is the location, all the entities in the location, while the criteria two is Kano. That means we are trying to know how many employees that are working in the human resources department that are residing in Kano or that are from Kano, whichever way you want to put it. So those are the two criteria we are working with. So we have how many of them? When you press your enter, there are 59 employees that are from the human resource department that are from Kano or that are residing in Kano, whichever way you want to look at it. There are 59 of them. That's what that means. So the count A, let's quickly do that before our time runs out. So the count A now, I told you it will count everything. That means we can use it. That's where this one we can now come across. It can work with this. You can use it here. You can use it here. You can use it here, whichever way. So let's use it for our employee ID. Control Shift down. Press your enter. It will come back as 3,000 also. So to remove let's change now I want to change it to another column. Let's use this particular column. I want to start from here, Control Shift down. Press your enter. It will come back as 3001 because my starting point was this particular email. That means it will count it from this, wherever I start it is where it will start counting. So it will come back as 3001. But that is not what I want to work with. I want to work with so that it starts counting from the first employee. And this is 0001. This particular employee is the first employee. Abdul Ibrahim is the first employee. So I will go back again. That's not what I want. What I want. I want it to count for only the employees. So that means the header must not be part of it. You come back again. You can pick any column. So Control Shift down. Press your enter. You can see it will come back as 3,000 now after we've corrected it. So you can see it. So if you edit it, it will give you your starting point, which is this Abdul Ibrahim is the starting point, all the way to the last person, which is Tunde Adeyemi. So that is it. That's how you know the number of employees in the organization. So why this count blank? Count blank. The time will stop at any time. So we'll continue from wherever we stop from next class. I thought we would be able to finish it in 2 classes, but explaining it will not be possible to finish in 2 classes, both the aggregate and the test functions. So I will do this last one, then I will listen to, maybe we have time, just a few minutes to answer questions. So count blank. This is this one, count blank. So it's telling you your range. That means what is it, this column you want to count blank in, or wherever it is you want to use to count where you want to get blank. Now I want to work with this particular range. I want to work with this. Let me reduce it. This range. Are you getting me? I want to work with this range. I want it to count how many blank cells I have in this particular range that I just carved out. Press enter. We have 12. So if you look at it to edit, Now count it yourself. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times 2, 12. So if you want me to count it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Sorry, so if you count the blanks we have here, it is 12. That's why it's coming back as 12. There's no column here. If I use any column here, it will give me 0 because every of these columns are filled with values. So let's do it as an example. It will come back as 0. So let me use date of birth that is near us as an example. Come 0. If you press enter, it will come back as 0 because we don't have, throughout this column, we don't have any empty cell. Neither this one also. I don't think we have any empty cell. You can edit it out and put any column you want. You can edit it out, put any column that you want. It will always come back as 0. Let's use location, Control Shift down. I believe it will come back as 0. Can you see? It's coming back as 0. So that's how count blank works. So with this little we've done, if you have any question as regards to all these aggregate functions we just covered, you can ask them so that we can quickly treat them here. If you have any questions, please
Okay,
quickly.
so Mr. Ade, before, like from watching the class to other tutorials I used to do, I thought that, wherever you see range, it has to do with your numbers, maybe salary, performance, or whatever you. But now I'm seeing that even while you're doing range, you're using letters.
Okay.
So does that really mean that when you're working and then you have to calculate a range, it doesn't matter if it's numbers or figures, so anything can go?
Is when we are talking about range, it doesn't matter either figures or letters. Range means a number of entities. Are you getting me? A number of entities. It can be the entities or a range of data rather, or entities, yes, is still correct. It can be either letters, it can be either figures. It doesn't matter. That a range means this particular one, the column I click now, is a range of the date of birth. Are you getting me? Or rather, a range of the age. So range means a group of data, so if I click this particular column is the range of date of birth, while this one range of the location. So it doesn't matter if it is figures or letters. It is a group of, are you getting me? This particular location now is the group of all the locations we have in this column. Are you getting me? So that's why you can use it for either letters or figures. Any other question? Or is that understandable? Do you understand that now?
Thank you.
Okay. Any other question? So I believe if there is no question coming up, that means all of us understands this particular from sum all the way to count blank, and the how we got our age from the date of birth is understandable. You can easily use those functions. And all these functions, you have to study them because if you are going for an interview, an interviewer might just easily tell you to work to give you a particular data to work out a function. That's what is mainly for. And during in the act of cleaning your data set, we work with Power Query mostly. So, and understanding these functions will help you in Power Query also. That means it will help you understand what actually you are working towards. That's why we are trying as much as possible to learn these functions and know how they work. Once you are conversant with these functions, You can easily work with any data or play your data in Power Query. Or when you move on to, okay, Israel Timothy wants to ask any questions. I'm listening. We have just a minute or two to go.
Good evening, boss.
Good evening.
Please, I've been trying to understand the difference between Power Pivot and Power Query.
Okay. Power Query is mostly used to clean data. Are you getting me? To remove unwanted, let's say, unwanted data from your data set. Are you getting me? Anything you don't want, maybe this particular email column is not useful for me at the end of the day. Maybe they said I should get all the total salary for the employees, or I should get the total performance score for the particular group of people that come from Port Harcourt. I know at the end of that, those are the things I want to get. So at the end of the day, this particular column is not useful for me, this email column. So I need it gone from this particular data set. So before you go to getting that average performance score or total salary, you need to remove these particulars. That's what your query does for you. It allows you to edit your data set to the taste you want, to conform to whatever output you want to get at the end of the day. So that's what your query does. It helps you manipulate your data. While the pivot will lead you to what you want to get at the end of the day, your insights, what you want to get from your data set. That is, it comes after you must have cleaned your data. Then that's where you work towards achieving your dashboard. That means whatever insights you want to get from your data, or whatever it is you must have been given to conform from your data set. So that's the difference between query and pivot. And from that pivot,
Yeah.
you can get your charts. Are you getting me? You can get your charts and the rest. So that's the difference.
So someone asked a question in the chat, Wasilas.
Okay.
She said, how did you get the age? Maybe you can debrief her on it again.
How did I get what?
The age from the date of birth.
Okay, this
How
age.
do you convert?
Yes,
Yes,
yes.
how do you
It's
get? How do you
very
convert it?
okay. It's very simple. I said equals to any function you want to press in Excel starts with your equals to. That means you want to equate it, you want to get something. That means you want to derive something. So equals to is the first thing you press. Now you have to memorize this, or you have to getting your age from your date of birth. You want to calculate. Excel is try to tell us that our life is starting, our existence is starting from 1900. That means 1900. Are you getting me? That's what they program Excel to calculate from. Because it's not possible for us to get anybody alive today that is born before that day, that 1900, that year rather. So Excel has been programmed to start calculating our days from 1900. So if you press your year franc is going to calculate. Are you getting me? So it's going to calculate from that 1900 up to the point you are giving birth to. Are you getting me? Which is this 1996, 27th of January 1996. So that's when this person was giving birth to. Then, after getting that, you close it up. Oh, sorry. You choose this particular day, then close it up, comma. Then I want to get it from the day this we are talking about. That means today. Are you getting me? You press your today. Then I told you today has not yet been concluded. That means before today ends, it is 12 midnight. So that means I will remove today that is not yet, that has not ended. I will remove it from the total calculation I want to get. Are you getting me? I will remove that today. That's why today minus 1. That means minus today. So that by the time Excel is calculating the years, that means the number of days, so that it can convert it to year. Are you getting me? It will calculate the number of days. It will this year franc. It will use it to convert it to year. So it will remove today that has not conclude. Are you getting me? It will stop from yesterday, which that means yesterday has been concluded at 12 midnight. So that's why we are going to remove today, because today has not been concluded. So it will now, sorry. So it will now calculate it and bring me the number of days. Why this year franc will now convert it to year for me. That's so that's what this particular function
Hello.
does. Are you getting me? So whoever asks the question, that's how it works. And I said you can easily remove the decimal place by pressing this place, decrease decimal, because our age, decimal is not meant to be there. That's simple logic. And for you to get for the rest, you just, this particular place that is tick, put your, this black arrow, double click it, it will bring for the rest of the employee. So that's how you get your date of birth from your, your age from your date of birth. I hope that is clear
Yeah,
now.
Well done, sir.
yeah,
Please, I have a
Timmy.
question.
All right,
Okay,
Timmy, go on, go on.
Yes, please, I just want to ask that for this particular date of birth, instead of
okay,
you subtracting -1, can
okay,
you just leave it at that and let's see what it looks like without adding -1?
okay. Now let's remove the -1. So the problem is when you are working, with this today, let's say I want to get the today's date. Are you getting me? Let
Yes.
me let me put that one back. It will come back as wrong if I'm not, if I didn't do it like that. No, let me come here. Let's say I want to get today's date. Are you getting me? What do
Yes,
you
I'm
do?
listening.
Okay. I want to say today is,
Remember, you have limited time. It's 40
yes,
minutes
yes. I
class.
just want to quickly, so that this explanation will be easier for them to get.